drained, used and abused. When they tried to empty you completely. For years, Marcus had been the go-to person for everyone in his life. He was the friend who always lent money, the coworker who picked up the slack, and the partner who gave endlessly without asking for anything in return. But over time, Marcus began to feel like a shell of himself. He was exhausted, emotionally drained, and constantly on edge. At first, Marcus blamed himself. He thought he wasn't doing enough, that he needed to try harder. But the more he gave, the more people took. It wasn't until he hit rock bottom that Marcus realized the truth. He was being intentionally depleted. The people in his life, his so-called friends, his partner, even his family, had been using him. They saw his kindness as a weakness, his generosity as an endless resource to exploit. Marcus had become a vessel for their needs, and they had no intention of stopping until he was completely empty. The turning point came one night when Marcus collapsed from exhaustion. As he lay in bed, unable to move, he had a moment of clarity. He realized that he had been sacrificing himself for people who didn't truly care about him. They didn't love him, they loved what he could do for them. With this realization, Marcus made a decision. He would fight back. Not with anger or revenge, but with boundaries and self-respect. Step 1. Recognize the patterns. Marcus began to identify the people and situations that drained him. He noticed how certain friends only reached out when they needed something, or how his partner would guilt-trip him into giving more. Step 2. Set boundaries. Marcus started saying no. He stopped lending money, stopped overworking, and stopped sacrificing his own needs for others. It wasn't easy. People pushed back, accusing him of being selfish, but Marcus stood firm. Step 3. Reclaim his energy. Marcus focused on replenishing himself. He took up hobbies he had abandoned, spent time in nature, and reconnected with his spiritual practice. He began to prioritize his own well-being. Step 4. Surround himself with support. Marcus sought out people who genuinely cared about him. He joined a support group, reconnected with old friends, and built a network of positive, uplifting relationships. Step 5. Let go of toxic relationships. Marcus made the difficult decision to cut ties with those who continued to drain him. It was painful, but necessary for his healing. Over time, Marcus began to feel like himself again. His energy returned, his confidence grew, and he found a sense of peace he hadn't known in years. Marcus's story is a reminder that you can't pour from an empty cup. It's a call to protect your energy, set boundaries, and surround yourself with people who truly value you.